Good evening and welcome to our Power of Home virtual fundraiser, Mercy Housing Northwest's annual event to support and celebrate healthy and vibrant communities across the Pacific Northwest. My name is Lindsay Karras and I'm the Housing and Education Manager on Mercy Housing Northwest's Resident Services team. I'm here with Ku Vu, Mercy Housing Northwest's Board Chair.
Thanks, Lindsay. And good evening, everyone. Thank you to all of our Mercy Housing friends, family, staff, residents, and supporters who are joining us out there this evening. We are all looking forward to gathering in person for our annual Power of Home event, but we're grateful for the chance to celebrate with you wherever you are tonight. I know we have folks joining us in Washington, Idaho, Oregon, Hawaii, Maryland, and beyond. We'd love to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from tonight? Say hello in the chat window and share where you are this evening, because we know near or far we've come together tonight to celebrate the power of home and the power of community. You know, this past year has reminded us day in and day out just how important being able to stay at home and stay safe really is. But it's also reminded us how much we depend on each other, how we rely on our community for strength, for safety, and for connection. You are all part of our Mercy Housing community.
This evening, we are also calling on the power of our community, calling on you to support Mercy Housing Northwest residents. When you make a gift tonight, you will be supporting critical and transformational resident services. And thanks to our sponsors, 100% of your contribution to Power of Home will go directly to programs that support and empower the youth, families, and seniors who call a Mercy Housing Northwest community home. So let's kick tonight's program off right by asking you to join in and make a gift now. Here's how you can make a donation. If you just received a text from Mercy Housing Northwest, you may click on the link inside that text, which will take you to our online donation form. You can also text POH 2021 to 76278, and you will be taken to our donation page. We hope you are tuning in to our program on your live stream platform, GiveSmart. But if you are joining us from Facebook, YouTube, or if you are on our Mercy Housing Northwest website, you can find the donation option either in the description of the live stream or below the video stream. If you are on our GiveSmart platform, you should see the donation form either on the left-hand side or underneath the live stream video. You can also mail in a check or cash to Mercy Housing Northwest. Our address is 6930 Martin Luther King Jr. Way South, Seattle, Washington, 98118. If you need assistance, please use the chat box and we will help you out. Our Mercy Housing Northwest community has already helped us raise 71% of our goal. Woo! Help us reach 100% by showing your support now.
Speaking of support, I want to thank our 2021 Power of Home sponsors for their help in making this program possible. WALSH Construction Company is this year's presenting sponsor, our first ever in the history of Power of Home. Join me in saying, you rock! And thank you to our partners at WALSH. Thank you also to our platinum sponsors, our gold sponsors, our silver sponsors, and our bronze sponsors. It truly warms my heart to see so many invested in building stronger communities. Now, I would like to introduce Dennis Maples, Vice President and Senior Project Manager of WALSH Construction, to share a quick message as our 2021 Power of Home presenting sponsor.
Hi there, my name is Dennis Maples. I'm a Vice President and Senior Project Manager here at WALSH Construction. We're very pleased this year to be the presenting sponsor for Mercy Housing Northwest Power of Home event. Here at WALSH, we've been in business for 60 years and we've really focused on affordable housing, working with many nonprofit clients, both here in the Seattle area and in Portland. And our first project with Mercy Housing Northwest was about 13 years ago. It was a senior housing project in Tacoma. Since then, we've had the pleasure of completing 7 projects. We currently have 2 in construction and several in the early planning stages. To sum that up, it's over 800 apartments we've been able to provide to our communities and neighborhoods. and we hope to provide much more in the future. It's always nice working with Mercy Housing, somebody that has the same mission values as we do. The best part is always at the end when you go back after it's open. You not only see a beautiful building, but you get to see people living there, and you really get to understand how it changes people's lives by providing this housing. And would very much like to thank Mercy Housing for what they do in our communities and neighborhoods, and also thank them for allowing WALSH to be part of that team. So thank you.
Thank you, Dennis and WALSH Construction, for your partnership and support.
At this time, I would also like to give a special thanks to all of our virtual event ambassadors. Thank you, Mercy Housing Northwest ambassadors, for inviting your friends, families, and colleagues to share in our mission and to join us for our virtual program tonight. We appreciate all of you. I'm taking a look at the chat, and we have guests from all over. We have Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, and Maryland. Wow, all the way to Australia. I'm going to guess that people are probably asleep over there.
As we begin our event, I would like to acknowledge that right now, Ku and I are joining you live from the Seattle area. Our feet are placed on the unceded traditional territory of the Coast Salish people, particularly the Duwamish, whose ancestors have resided here since time immemorial. Many indigenous peoples thrive in this place, alive and strong. We offer our deepest respect and gratitude to you and to our many indigenous neighbors throughout Washington state and across the United States for your enduring care and protection of our shared lands and waterways.
Thank you, Lindsay. Now I'm pleased to welcome Sister Mary Rita Rohde to start our program with the reflection.
Good evening. We Sisters of the Holy Names are a founding community of Mercy Housing Northwest and longtime supporters of its mission to transform lives through affordable housing. Now we have more reason than ever to be grateful for that partnership because we sisters are currently collaborating with Mercy Housing to provide 100 units of affordable family housing on our property south of Portland. So we pray in thanksgiving. Gracious and loving God, thank you for the many people who lead and support this vital work to provide affordable homes in supportive communities for thousands of families and individuals across the Northwest. Thank you for the commitment to inclusion and care for residents, partners, and neighbors through all phases of designing and constructing homes and communities. Thank you for the robust programs and services that Mercy Housing provides that help to build and sustain resilient individuals and resilient communities. Thank you for the strength that is nurtured in these communities of mutual support and social connection. Thank you for our supporters who contribute so generously, who help ensure that there are safe, stable, and affordable homes within supportive communities for children, families, and seniors. Thank you for the residents of Mercy Housing Northwest who learn and lead as agents of change and justice for their families and neighbors, and who exemplify the true power of community. So we pray to you, caring God. May all people in the Northwest searching for affordable housing find it, and may your spirit of generosity inspire us to ponder the many blessings each of us experiences and inspire us to share what we can of our abundance for the vital work of Mercy Housing Northwest. Amen. Que Dios lo bendiga mucho. May God abundantly bless each one of you.
Thank you, Sister Mary Rita.
Nearly 30 years ago, 4 communities of women religious, Sisters of Providence, Sisters of St. Joseph of Peace, Sisters of St. Dominic of Tacoma, and Adrian Dominican Sisters, asked themselves, who is being stamped insignificant in our society, and what can we do about it? They focused on helping the increasing number of families and children who were experiencing homelessness in the Northwest. They began work on a new organization founded in 1992, Intercommunity Housing, which later became Mercy Housing Northwest. Sisters of Holy Names of Jesus and Mary joined in 1995, and together, these founding 5 communities believe that providing housing with services is the best way to support people in need.
The needs that they focused on almost 30 years ago are the same we continue to face today. Equitable access to affordable housing, childcare, education, healthcare, and access to living wage jobs and financial stability. And just as important, access to a supportive, caring, and affirming community. The name of our organization may have changed over the years, but collaboration has always been at the heart of our work. Today, we remain committed to creating homes and communities where families are empowered to thrive. Today, Mercy Housing Northwest is home to nearly 7,000 children, families, and individuals.
Wow. It's amazing to see how far Mercy Housing Northwest has come in our nearly 30 years of doing this work in our communities. Now I would like to introduce Joe Thompson, President of Mercy Housing Northwest, to share a little bit more about where we are today and where we are headed.
Good evening. I'm Joe Thompson, President of Mercy Housing Northwest. On behalf of the entire Mercy Housing Northwest team, it is my privilege to welcome you to our 2021 Power of Home. I want to personally thank you for joining us to celebrate and support the nearly 7,000 individuals, children, families, and seniors who call a Mercy Housing Northwest community home. Our theme for Power of Home this year is the power of community. It takes all of us, residents, staff, partners, and supporters, to make our vision of building engaged, inclusive communities a reality. You are an important member of this community. Your generosity fuels our ability to deliver the true promise of affordable housing, a stable home where you, your family, and your neighbors are safe, connected, and empowered to thrive. For sure, Mercy Housing develops amazing, beautiful places to live. But I believe what sets us apart, what makes Mercy Housing so unique, is the depth of our commitment to providing resident services. This programming ensures residents can connect to innovative and transformational services that support both immediate needs and highest aspirations and biggest dreams. This is the most impactful work we do, and it's what we are here to celebrate today. I want you to know that your gift is an investment in these life-changing services. The past 18 months have been immensely challenging for residents and staff alike. The pandemic deepened already severe economic disparities, and low-income and BIPOC communities have borne the brunt of the pandemic's toll. Too many of our neighbors suffer from housing instability and homelessness. Our work is both more urgent and frankly more difficult now than ever before. I want you to know that we are rising to meet the challenge. The stories you'll hear this evening showcase the power of community, of neighbors coming together to speak out against housing injustice, of residents and staff working to build trusting relationships that empower people to be advocates for themselves, their families, and their neighbors. And there is so much more to look forward to in the future as Mercy Housing continues to build affordable, service-enriched housing across the Northwest. This year, we broke ground on 2 new properties for families in Bellingham and Vancouver. And we are close to completing construction on Cedar Crossing in Seattle. And this month, we open the doors to our newest home for seniors in Tacoma, which we are so proud to have named Rosa Franklin Place in honor of Senator Rosa Franklin and her life's work advocating for civil rights and social justice. What's more, we look forward to breaking ground in Oregon for the first time early next year. When complete, these new properties will collectively allow us to welcome nearly 600 families and seniors home. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate our Mercy Housing Northwest team. I am humbled and inspired each and every day by your compassion and your dedication to this work and the communities we serve. You are essential, and you deserve our deepest gratitude and continued support. Thank you. And thank you all again for joining us this evening and for supporting Mercy Housing Northwest. Your gift tonight is an investment in the residents of Mercy Housing. Your contributions will fuel the power of community to create new stories of transformative change. You are an integral part of this community, and I am grateful to celebrate the power of home with you.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much for your leadership. I also want to echo my thanks to our Mercy staff and partners who continue to go above and beyond every day in service to our mission and the residents of Mercy Housing. You are essential. And I know many of you are tuning in tonight. Thank you for helping Mercy Housing Northwest in so many ways, by being an ambassador, by sharing your passion for Mercy Housing with others. We are so grateful for your generous gifts. And you also rock. It's my privilege to be in this work with you.
Mine too. If you are just joining us, welcome to our 2021 Power of Home. We are gathering tonight to support Mercy Housing Northwest residents and to celebrate the power of community. I'm Lindsay Karras, our Housing and Education Manager on our Resident Services team, and I am joined by the Chair of our Board of Directors, Ku Vu.
Thanks, Lindsay. Yes, we are here to support Mercy Housing Northwest residents this evening, which you can do anytime throughout our program or wait until after. If you take a look at the screen now, you will see that there are different ways you can give. If you received our text earlier tonight, you can go ahead and click on the link that is in that text. You can also text POH 2021 to 76278, and you will be taken to our donation page. We hope you are tuning in to our program and our live stream platform, Give Smart. But if you are joining us from Facebook, YouTube, or if you're on our Mercy Housing Northwest website, you can find the donate option either in the description of the live stream or below the video stream. If you are on our Give Smart platform, you should see the donation form either on the left-hand side or underneath the live stream video. Feel free to reach out to us in the chat box too if you need some assistance. Lindsay, I see a few donors who have popped up on the screen. Jack and Gail Thompson, thank you.
Nancy Nordhoff, thank you so much.
Betsy Lieberman, we appreciate your gift.
Paul Chioco, thank you.
Melissa Dugan, thank you so much.
Timothy Flint, we thank you for your donation. That's awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Next up in our program tonight, we want to share a powerful story from a Mercy Housing Northwest community in Tacoma, Washington. Residents, staff, and neighbors are coming together, even learning how to gather safely during the pandemic, to support equitable access to affordable housing and call upon their lived experience to advocate for housing justice for all. Let's travel to our senior property, New Tacoma, to hear this story. And as Ku shared, you can make a contribution to fuel the power of home anytime throughout our program. 100% of your gifts will support programs and services that help Mercy Housing Northwest residents with immediate needs and that serve to empower residents to lead the change they want for themselves, their families, and their neighbors. A contribution in any amount will make an impact.
My name is Maddie Berry Evans. I'm the Resident Service Coordinator for New Tacoma Apartments. RAP is the Resident Action Project, and it is a statewide network led by people who have experienced housing injustice. When we went to Olympia for the Housing and Homelessness Advocacy Day, we went into an informational section about Resident Action Project. We had two leaders, Miss Gloria and Miss Ellen. They were just so thrilled about that, and they wanted to bring it to New Tacoma. They wanted a platform to talk about their lived experience and be able to do some organizing and storytelling. And that's what RAP is all about.
Okay, Resident Action Project consists of a few in the building here from Mercy Housing Northwest and a few that live out of the building in the community. And we get together and we do projects trying to let the community know what we are trying to do. And we try to point out the different values of finding affordable homes. I've been here for 5 years now. I was on the housing list for 9 years before my voucher came ready for me. Once I got the voucher, trying to find a place to live, it was so hard. And then finally I got here to New Tacoma Mercy Housing. I'm so appreciative to live here. I know what affordable housing is and how hard it was to get it. I know how important it is for other people to get it. So it's important for me to tell my story.
My name is Dua Rahima Williams. I work with Washington Low Income Housing Alliance. I'm a statewide organizer. I also help manage Resident Action Project, otherwise known as RAP, and I am a person with lived experience. RAP is a statewide network led by people who have experienced housing injustice to change state policy through storytelling, organizing, and civic engagement. We do that by building power together, and those with lived experience are the most qualified to advocate for themselves.
I was living in the shelter. It was hard getting in there. It's not, you can just walk in and they say, okay, you have to go in and put your name on a list. They tell you to come back. Living in the shelter, it's rough when you're living in a room with 50 women. That's one thing that I wish they could get the people off the street and into a housing, because I've been there and it's hard. You get to talking to everybody and they're from all over. They had good jobs and they lost their jobs. They lost their homes and they were divorced like me. So I tell them, you know, we can do something. We can try to do something for ourselves.
I know the program, what it's about is making sure that people have housing, affordable housing in this community. How I feel about housing personally is that it's a human right. Everybody should have a place to stay, a safe place to stay, and a clean place to live in a good neighborhood. And I think that's key to everything.
We advocate for affordable housing, but we also foster community by providing programming for our community. Financial programs, we provide physical activity programs, we do food bank, we do cultural events, flu clinics, we do COVID vaccine clinics.
Getting involved with this was kind of exciting for me. It's just uplifting because of where I came from to here.
Community is so important nowadays, because without a community, we cannot go nowhere. You help me, I help you, and it's so important to help others. We have to be the strong voice for those ones cannot speak.
The group as a whole works more than a single voice, which always works. More voices means more power. And the louder the voice, the more people will hear. And that's what we need. Enough people to hear us, to know that affordable housing is so important for everyone. It's a right that we should have, not a privilege, it's a right. And that's what's so important.
What an amazing story. And guess what? One of the RAP members we just heard from is now one of Mercy Housing Northwest's newest residents, Yolanda. She just moved into our newest community for seniors, Rosa Franklin Plaza, in Tacoma, Washington, last Monday.
Welcome home, Yolanda. And thank you for your work to support housing justice for your neighbors in our communities.
At Mercy Housing Northwest, we believe that everyone has the right to a safe, stable, affordable place to live, to call home. But what's more, we believe in the power of home, the platform of affordable housing to unlock so many critical and life-transforming opportunities that improve lives and uplift our neighbors. Everything is more difficult, sometimes nearly impossible, when you don't have a stable home, or you can't afford to stay in the home you have. You are forced to make choices between things you should never have to, like food and rent, like transportation or medicine, like going to work to earn a living or staying home to care for your children. At Mercy Housing Northwest, moving into affordable, permanent place to call home is just the start. This is why we invest in a broad and robust array of resident services. We know that having access to a supportive community and trained, compassionate staff allow residents to move from surviving to thriving. When you no longer have to worry about choosing between rent and food, imagine the energy and support you have to focus on other things in your life that you know will make a difference, like learning how to better manage personal finances, or getting access to job skills training so you can potentially earn more, or having enough time to go back to school and earn a degree, or the ability to connect to critical health care, or knowing your children have a safe, engaging, and fun place to learn outside of the school day that's in the same place they call home. This is what makes Mercy Housing Northwest so unique, and it's why we are asking you to make a gift to ensure that these services can continue.
I want to tell you a personal story of why equitable access to housing is so important to building healthy, strong communities. I learned about this important lesson as a young girl. You see, I was 5 when my family and I arrived as refugees from Vietnam in 1975. We lived in a small 3-bedroom apartment in Olympia that my mom could afford on a minimum wage job as a cook at a restaurant. But because of affordable housing, like Mercy Housing Northwest provides, my mother was able to raise me and my 4 siblings as a single parent with a full-time minimum wage job. She could go to work every day, taking the bus, rain or shine, and know that she could keep a roof over our heads and put food on the table. This gave my hardworking mother a sense of dignity. In turn, having a stable home made it possible for me and my brothers and sisters to focus on school and even participate in enrichment activities like soccer. I'm sharing my story with you because the power of home is about giving hardworking families dignity. It's about giving kids an opportunity to fulfill their potential. It's transformative and life-changing. Now, as a mom of 2 young children and navigating the daily challenges of keeping my young children safe and thriving during the pandemic, I understand the power of home even more. And that's why I'm making my gift tonight in honor of my mom and my family, and why I'm all in for Mercy Housing Northwest.
Cool. I'm grateful for you for sharing your story. Your experience truly speaks to the importance of affordable housing and to the power of home and the power of community. As you are thinking about your contribution tonight, consider the people who own community, in your own community, who have made a difference in your life. Perhaps there is someone who has helped you through a challenge recently, or been there to celebrate your successes. We know how much a caring community matters in good times, but even more in difficult times. Making a gift to Power of Home in your honor and their honor could be a wonderful way to acknowledge their support.
That's right, Lindsay. And tonight, we are going to highlight 3 different levels of giving. But of course, you can donate any amount that is meaningful to you. At the $1,200 level, you can advance school success. You can fuel learning for school-aged residents by providing high-quality, out-of-school programming, on-site and online, that helps students graduate on time and prepare for post-secondary education and career.
As a reminder, there are many ways you can donate. You can take out your cell phone, and if you received our text earlier, you can follow the link enclosed. Or text POH 2021 to 76278. Again, we hope you are tuning into our program on our live stream platform, GiveSmart. But if you are joining us from Facebook, YouTube, or if you are on our Mercy Housing Northwest website, you can find the donate option either in the description of the live stream or below the video stream. If you are on our GiveSmart platform, you should see the donation form either on the left-hand side or underneath the live stream video. And remember, every amount matters and helps us reach our goal tonight.
That's right, Lindsay. Let's look at some donations that have come in so far. Jane E. Talbot, thank you for your gift.
Bill Rump, thanks so much.
And we miss you. Tracy McMillian, we appreciate your donation.
Joan Kane, we thank you for your support.
Jeff Doyle, thank you.
Michael Visovsky, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. At the $600 level, help us support resident resilience. You can help nurture residents' stability and confidence by supporting access to financial education, healthcare benefits navigation, skills training, and civic engagement. Remember, you can give any amount that is meaningful to you. A few more donations came in. Christian Eberhardt, thank you for your gift.
Kevin O'Keefe, we appreciate your support.
Carolyn Rossi, thank you so much.
Judith Noland, thank you for your donation.
And Michelle Nolan, I don't know if you're related. We appreciate your donation.
Bill Crow, thank you for your gift.
Thank you so much, everyone. At the $300 level, you can help with the basics. Help us fight food insecurity by filling on-site food pantries with fresh, culturally affirming groceries and household items. I'm going to give a few more shout outs here. Richard Bendix, thank you for your support. And Junior Torres, you rock. You definitely rock. Thank you.
Susan Wells, we appreciate your gift.
Deanna Calvert, thank you for your donation.
Alex Pace, we are grateful for your support.
And Allison Langhoff, thank you. Wow. Just thank you so much to all of you who have made donations to support Mercy Housing Northwest residents. We truly appreciate you.
And as those of you tuning in continue to make your donations, we want to share another story from a resident who is a resilient young parent. Access to affordable housing and resident services have helped her achieve more than she ever thought was possible. Let's go to Bellingham now to Mercy Housing Northwest's Sterling Meadows community to meet Melissa.
I moved into Sterling Meadows in 2015 with my son and daughter, and at that time I was working at a fishery. In a fishery, they don't really like you having days off or leaving early for an appointment. And I thought, well, if I leave, then I'm not gonna be able to pay my rent or care for my kids or put food on the table. So that's why I kind of stayed for a long time. There was a resume workshop here in the office, and usually I would just look at the papers and kind of throw it away and like, oh, I don't have time for that, or maybe next time. But that day that she put it, I actually convinced myself like I need to go to this. And so I came, and Bonita, who is at Goodwill, was doing the workshop, and I met her, and she was so sweet. She was so helpful. She made me feel confident about myself. She did not judge.
The partnership between Evergreen Goodwill and Mercy Housing Northwest is a wonderful partnership between two entities that really want to improve the lives of the folks who live here through specific employment preparation, English as a second language, and job placement services. When I met Melissa, I could see such a spark of life in her. She was working a very hard job, and she wanted to move up. Specifically, she was going for a job as a lead, which would pay her more money, give her more responsibility. She was a little unsure about that, and so in the process of writing her resume with her, I saw her gain more confidence. I saw her gain belief in her skills and her ability to do the job.
I got a promotion to become lead, and I took it. And I think about a month and a half into that position, I felt that I was not being appreciated for what I was doing. Even though I am a lead, even though, you know, I am getting paid $1 more, I don't want to do this. This is too much.
We really, really encourage Melissa to think above and beyond, but yet also at the same time, something that's going to support my family.
I told her that I really liked working with people, and she told me that they were hiring in-home care, and if I was interested. The interview was really scary for me. I've never been in an interview, and since I've never been really confident in myself, I thought that I wasn't gonna get the job, and to my surprise, they hired me. And I worked for a little bit, and I took some classes to get certified, and I really, really worked hard to be able to pass, and I did.
One reason why I think this partnership is so very beneficial is because it allows Evergreen Goodwill to come on site at various events and also, of course, through the workshops, and people can access us, and it's kind of barrier-free.
It's very helpful that these services are here in the community center because I don't have to drive somewhere. I'm not wasting my gas. I feel like if the events were not here, not a lot of people would be coming to them.
I re-met Melissa a few months ago, and she came and talked to me a little bit about what her path has been. And she was going to Bellingham Technical College, getting a degree as an administrative assistant. And then she found out through the grapevine that there was this position at her child's school to become an administrative assistant. And with every bit of confidence, she did the application, she had the resume, and she got the job. And to me, that is just so exciting because in the best of all possible worlds, don't we all want people to gain the confidence and the skills so that they can move on to the next level? And she did that.
I've always wanted to work in an office. I get to work with kids. I like to talk to them and ask, like, how's your day? What did you do on the weekend? They show me their new shoes. They just go in there and say, hi, Miss Melissa. Bye, Miss Melissa. I try my best to have that connection with the kids and with the families. With this job, because I have more time with my kids, I come home and I can hang out and watch a movie. And when I worked at the fishery, I was coming home very late and there was no time. It was cooking and trying to get my kids to bed and getting their clothes ready. And so now I have more free time.
I believe that by bringing on all these different services, it's creating a larger safety net for the folks who live here so that they can have easy access to relevant programs that can improve their lives. It's not easy to navigate childcare. It's not easy to navigate employment. And so by having trusted community partners, it makes all the difference. It really does take a village.
Honestly, sometimes it's hard to believe that I'm where I'm at. I feel really good about myself. I feel like if I can do this, I can do anything.
Thank you, Melissa, for sharing your story. Keep up the great work. We, your Mercy Housing Northwest community, believe in you and will be here to support you along the way. To everyone tuning in here tonight, you are part of our Mercy Housing Northwest community. We heard inspiring stories this evening from Melissa, Ellen, Gloria, and Yolanda, and with your support, more families, single parents, and seniors will have similar stories to share one day. With your generous gift, we can make it possible for residents to continue thriving in safe, affordable, service-enriched housing.
As a reminder, there are several ways you can give tonight. Up on our screen, you can see that you can make your donation via text or via our website. You can also mail in a check at a later time.
Every contribution tonight will help Mercy Housing Northwest residents with the basics. Your gifts will help residents stay resilient, especially in the face of hardships. And your gifts will help advance academic success for youth who call Mercy Housing Northwest home. Lindsay, I understand that you know Melissa?
Yes.
That you were actually the resident services coordinator at the time Melissa first attended the resume workshop?
That's right. I have had the chance to work with Melissa and the real privilege of being part of her support network as she continues to grow her skills and confidence. It makes a huge difference in the lives of her children, too. How cool is it that she gets to work where her kids go to school?
So cool. So you've been on the resident service team for a while. Would you mind sharing a little story about your work with Mercy Housing and your new role as housing and education manager?
Absolutely. I started as a volunteer in college and quickly discovered that I had found the work that I wanted to dedicate myself to after graduation. I joined the Mercy Housing Northwest staff in 2008. At that point, there was a lot of work to be done in order to support families in their educational journey. For many years, we had no students graduating from high school. I was so lucky to be part of a researched, action-based collaborative with wonderful individuals from Western Washington University, district schools, and community-based organizations that explored how to meaningfully engage families and youth in their schooling experience and improve those graduation outcomes. This approach of partnership across systems was successful in changing an educational culture. If you have been to one of our past Power of Home events, you have probably heard the stories of some of our amazing graduates, or see them in the pictures. 98% of our youth have graduated from high school since 2013 and are on their way to becoming our future nurses, dentists, public officials, educators, and so much more. The work our resident services team does to support out-of-school time for youth residents and support parents and caregivers as advocates in their children's education is so important. And I'm excited to share that we are expanding this work.
I just recently learned the statistic that K-12 youth spend an average of only 14% of their time in school, while 86% is spent outside of school settings. So tell us more about this exciting expansion of education programming at Mercy Housing Northwest.
We believe that affordable housing as a platform for education equity, building on our strong foundation of the quality resident-centered education programming that we've built over the last decade, and the power of community and connection, we are launching a comprehensive out-of-school time program enhanced by literacy and math curricula at 8 of our largest family properties. Once fully established, this initiative will serve up to 1,000 children and youth in kindergarten through 12th grade annually. In 5 years, our goal is to see real and measurable progress toward quality family and youth engagement in school success from kindergarten to 12th grade that tracks towards the ultimate goals of on-time high school graduation and readiness for post-secondary education and career. These education supports will not only be located where youth spend the majority of their time, where they live, but also ensure that they see our caring staff during their school days, creating a strong web of support under them. We have just now launched this new initiative in time for the school year, and this is all thanks to a $1.5 million investment of seed funding for this initiative from the Adrian Dominican Sisters. They have provided nearly half of our estimated costs over the next 5 years, and we intend to make this program sustainable long past that point. We need your help to get there.
That is a big deal. I'm so impressed. And this will make a huge impact on a whole generation.
You're right. And while this initiative is focused on youth residents, it will serve everyone. Since we will have dedicated education team, our other resident services staff can spend more time providing tailored, responsive support to residents in areas around health and wellness, financial education, job placement, benefits enrollment, and civic engagement. This program will have a transformational impact on the way we deliver support to residents. It's truly a win-win for all.
You can join us right now in supporting the youth residents of Mercy Housing Northwest achieve academic success and chart a successful future. We know that Mercy Housing Northwest youth residents will help solve the critical issues our world faces today, housing inequity, climate change, and will be the next innovators to bring new technologies, new medical advances, and new policies to help usher in a more equitable and inclusive society. When you make a gift tonight, you invest in the future. You invest in the long-term resilience of residents and our greater community.
As a reminder, here is what your donation can do for Mercy Housing Northwest residents. At the $1,200 level, your donation can provide tutoring and peer-to-peer homework support to our student residents. With your help, we can provide student residents with access to school supplies and technologies that they rely on to be successful in their studies. Together, we can help create a safe and fun atmosphere for youth to build connections with each other.
At the $600 level, your gift tonight goes directly to support robust, resident-centered services that support the immediate needs and long-term goals and dreams of Mercy Housing Northwest residents. Your support allows us to host important services on-site, like health clinics, workshops, trainings, and one-on-one personalized support for Mercy Housing Northwest resident services staff and a multitude of partners. This diverse array of programming also helps build a network of support for residents and encourages connections between neighbors.
At the $300 level, your gift can help stock fresh foods and pantry items on site and can support weekly food pantries for residents and neighbors in need. With your support, we can build essential items which are not covered by SNAP or other benefits, like diapers, health and hygiene items, paper products, and cleaning supplies. We source many fresh food from local, culturally specific food purveyors, which means we also support small BIPOC-owned businesses in our communities.
I'm just so excited about that, Lindsay. Just taking a look now at all these donations that continue to come in. Thank you so much for your generous gifts. Kathleen Dorsey, thank you for your support.
Anne Marie Frisbee, we appreciate your gift. Jason Durfee, hubby, we are grateful for you.
Robert Millar, thank you for your donation.
Joanne Latucci, thank you for your gift.
Also miss you, Joanne. And Rachel Myers, thank you. Thank you so much for your generous gifts. We appreciate each and every one of you, truly.
Yes. And special thanks to our residents and partners who share their inspiring stories with us tonight. Thank you to our Mercy staff members who work hard to create and enrich affordable housing to serve children, families, and seniors across the Northwest. Thank you to our sponsors. A shout out too to Washington Low Income Housing Alliance, Evergreen Goodwill of Northwest Washington, Playfish Media, GFS Events, and PNTA.
And thank you, our supporters, once again, for your contributions tonight and for your support throughout the year. Thank you for investing in the power of community. So, it takes all of us to make our vision of building engaged, inclusive communities a reality, and we could not do it without you. Cheers, and have a great rest of your evening.
Hello, everybody out there. My name is Betty Arrington, and I've been playing country and bluegrass music ever since I was 14-year-old. I was raised and lived in North Carolina, born in North Carolina, and that was our entertainment anyway, was music. So I've been playing and enjoying it most of my life, and I'm 82. I'm still going strong in music anyway. I just love to play it because it really touches me. You know, I play from the heart, and I've lived a lot of it, you know. The person's lived, you know, back in the hills and stuff, and live kind of rough. You learn a lot, and I don't know, I just enjoy music. And I live at the Mercy Housing in Snohomish, and I really love it here at Woodlake Manor. I'm gonna keep on the sunny side of life. There's a dark and troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. You will meet with the darkness and the strife. The sunny side belongs to make you. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way if we keep on Thank you, and God bless you.